All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? And welcome to the finals of our 2026 Summer Open CAD vs. CAD Speed Modeling Tournament. We are very excited to be here. I'm Toby. This is Connor.
Hi.
What's up, Connor?
Not much, except for obviously the finals.
Man, what a finals it has turned out to be. We are very excited to be here with all of you for this tournament. Thank you all so much for joining us. As always, as people are getting into the chat, we always like to just take a moment and say hello to the amazing chat pros out there. So hello to the Castlehoff. He said Summer Open. Hello to Deke in the chat. What's up? Hi. Dom is here. He's going to be competing today. Ricardo is here. He's going to be competing. Eric is here. What's up, Eric? How you doing? TT1400R is here. What a great screen name, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And we've got Guntus here. He says, hello, people from around the world. Hello. And Uncle Facepound is here. Says, greetings from the Northern California. Hello, one and all. Gray is here. He's going to be competing today. TT1400R says the two goats. Yes, indeed. Ricardo and MEHTAB. So awesome to see them competing against one another. And Chris Knudsen is here, old friend of the show. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Circuit Curiosity is here. Says hello, everyone. Umair is here. Says hello to all the beautiful people. And congratulations to Ricardo for his upcoming victory.
Wow. That's bold.
That is, yeah, that's strength. Rockcrawler is here. Says hello, everyone. And we see XDJ says, no Otse today. He didn't compete in this one. He had some scheduling conflicts, but I'm sure we'll see him back in the future. And Nam is here. Welcome. And Naveen is here. Is here. Welcome. Prepare your workspace, people, and get ready. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
CAD with Het Patel is here. Hello, both my CAD buddies clash. Yes, indeed. Is this a qualifier? This is not a qualifier. We'll have qualifiers for the next tournament soon. We will have qualifiers. That'll be the World Championship, but this is not a qualifier. This is the finals, my friend. The finals. Welcome to the finals. Jim Kerberos is here. Hello. FBV Kev is here. Says, hi. I will have to catch the replay later, as Katie asked me to make a boat in Minecraft. Priorities, bro. You got to go to Minecraft, make that
Priorities.
boat. Yeah, very, very important.
Yeah.
And remember, it's just 5 blocks of wood in the shape of a U to construct that boat.
Yes.
Fighting Zeds is here. Says hello from Sweden. Twin turbo, 1400 horsepower, baby. Yo, let's go. And Yatin is here. Welcome. The Vicky Chong holding it down in the moderator role. Welcome. Shoot, I rescheduled for the TT third place. All right. Nice. B Cruz says go Brazil. Yes, indeed. I'm assuming that means for today, but also double meaning there for the World Cup, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And 3D Brooklyn is here. Says turn some sketches into features. Good idea. Qualifiers for the World Tournament will likely be in August, September. Nice.
Yes.
Katie says very, very important. Build that boat in Minecraft.
Remember when you had to have
Shout out to Katie. Agree.
Remember when you had to have a wooden shovel and building the boat?
Had to have a wooden oh, yeah, because you would use it as like a
the
paddle, essentially.
Yeah.
Man, you're going old school.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah. We were playing in 2013.
Yeah. We go kind of old school here.
Yeah.
Well, guys, welcome to the tournament. We're so happy to be here. This is officially the 2026 Summer Open CAD vs. CAD tournament. And this tournament is being held today, July 3rd. And I'll move you over here a little bit, Connor. You don't have to move.
Thank you.
This tournament is being held today, July 3rd, and we're so excited to be here with all of you. We're officially in the finals. My name is tootalltoby, certified SolidWorks expert, certified Onshape professional, and Fusion noob and FreeCAD noob. And I'm here with Connor, Onshape user, amazing roommate, and pro-level commentary. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you're excited to see Connor here today.
Thank you.
Connor, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you in here today.
Always a pleasure.
And all black commentators looking fresh. Yeah, we got the most comfy shirt in the world of 3D CAD, the tootalltoby technical tips and tricks shirt. Definitely the most comfy shirt in the world of 3D CAD. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, but also don't forget to hit the live button on YouTube. The live button is kind of down in the lower left corner of the live stream. And the thing is, you could end up viewing the stream on a delay if an ad played in the beginning, and that's no fun. You want to see this thing live. You want to see it legit. So be sure to hit the live button on the stream so that you are, in fact, watching the latest and greatest of the feed here. And guys, this is the first time we've ever had a tournament that has been featuring a title sponsor. So I want to give a quick shout out here to Hightel. What Hightel does is they help you take your idea from from idea to launch. It's built for velocity. They combine AI capabilities with human expertise to design, build, and launch your software faster. And a big secret, a big part of their secret sauce is including a human in the loop. We use AI to kind of accelerate the process of taking an idea from a founder or from somebody who's trying to release a new website or something like that, or even just a new tool. It doesn't have to be a website. It could just be a tool that you use around the office. But they are able to kind of take your ideas and turn them into reality. And I can actually speak firsthand on this topic because we actually worked with Hightel to create a new training platform for CAD educators. It's called cadpractice.com. Here you can see the site. This is a live feed of the site. cadpractice.com is the website. And we've got a bunch of tools in here that'll help educators to teach 3D CAD to their students. So it's very similar to what you may be familiar with at tootalltoby.com. We've got a library of these CAD challenges that students can go through and try to complete. But we've also got tools built in for the educators, like the ability to create assignments for the students and the ability to actually monitor in real time whether or not the students are finishing the challenges. And something kind of special in the world of cadpractice.com is that we have what's called a first try bonus. So the first time you answer the question, if you answer it without making any mistakes, you get a little bonus because in the world of manufacturing, creating models that are not correct is not a good thing. Sending them out to the shop floor is not a good thing. And nobody wants to end up with a bunch of scrap. So we really encourage users not only to refine their CAD skills, but also to make sure they're getting it right the first time. And we've got a bunch of tools in there to help educators as well. If you're not familiar with cadpractice.com, be sure to visit us, cadpractice.com. If you're a student or if you're an educator, this could be the perfect tool for you and for your students. And it can really help kind of streamline the process and keep CAD engaging and exciting to learn. The reason I wanted to bring that up is just because we did in fact work with the team at hightel.io to build this website. So we actually have firsthand knowledge of their expertise and quality of their work. And they've done a great job and really happy to be featuring them as the title sponsor of this tournament. So guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to take a look down below in the description for the links to all of our sponsors. And don't forget to sign up for a free account at tootalltoby.com or a free account at cadpractice.com. They're both free to sign up for, guys. You can sign up totally for free at either of these sites.
And you should sign up.
And you should sign up. Yeah, you definitely should sign up. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, good call, Connor.
Thank
you. Call. Someone you don't know is in the chat. Says hello, Toby, in chat. And Connor.
Hi.
It's Victor K.
Yeah.
What's up, Victor K?
We'll see him later.
Go Ricardo, go Brazil. Fusion 360 Mastery, awesome modeling skills. And he also creates tutorials. Thank you for that. If you ever want to make tutorials with us, Fusion 360 Mastery, be sure to reach out to us. We would love to partner up with you, making some tutorials together. Need one of those shirts? Oh, we do have tootalltoby.com/merch. You can get the shirts from there. The site is still live, and there is still things you can buy there. tootalltoby.com/merch if you want one of these black shirts, the softest shirts in the 3D CAD game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you can't get them from there, just reach out to us via the contact me. We'll make sure we get it to happen.
These shirts really are so soft. Like
so
they're just really good. They're really nice.
Let's see here. Masterine says, rooting for MEHTAB. Yo, let's go. Let's go. How is the third place decided, says Hassan. Great question, Hassan. We're going to have a special battle today just between third and fourth place. So last week we had our semifinals. We had Gray and Dom, unfortunately, got knocked out or got defeated. So they are now kind of in the limbo of third and fourth place. So we're going to have them battle and do one single battle today. And then once they do their battle, that'll determine who gets third. There's a prize for third. There's no prize for fourth. So it is kind of high stakes. You know, you gotta get in there and win your match if you want to get that, lock up that prize for today.
Yeah.
So guys, hello. Big B from AZ is here. Long time no see. Great to see you here, my friend. Thank you. We will have such a great battle today, says Simon. Yeah, I agree. BZ Rocket is here. What's up? And Dom Linder says, I still have my classic TTT shirt.
Nice.
Yo, if it's a true classic, it's probably wearing out by now.
Yeah.
We have a few of those true classics around the house, me and Connor, and like the logo's all wearing off. But
yeah,
we still wear them around the house. We still know what's up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you want to participate in future tournaments, if you want to be a part of our live streams, be sure to visit us at tootalltoby.com/calendar. We have the calendar links there and the reminders, so you can get a reminder and a link directly to the YouTube live stream. Boy, what a tournament it has been, and now we are here at the finals. We've got Ricardo Jean from Brazil, a 3-time tournament winner, and we got MEHTAB, a 2-time tournament winner, going against each other here head-to-head in this finals. We started out with Dom versus C-Money, and Dom was able to win. SolidWorks versus OnShape. Then we saw a match between RICARDO and Aras, and RICARDO was able to knock out Aras. But those are some epic matches. I'm excited to see Aras back in here again in a future battle. We got to see Mr. Alex make his return. Unfortunately, he got paired up against MEHTAB.
That is rough.
MEHTAB was able to defeat him there. And then we got to see Hassan, who's been absolutely crushing it on Model Monday Live using FreeCAD. And Hassan got to go up against Gray. Gray was able to pull out the win there, but it was Hassan's first match. And I know we're going to see him back here in future tournaments. So awesome matches. And we were just kind of going through the history, Connor. I don't know if you remember, if you have notes, but I think that it was RICARDO won his first tournament. It was back in, was that last year?
It was in RICARDO's first tournament win?
Yeah, RICARDO.
Yeah, I actually got the notes right here. So the history of RICARDO versus MEHTAB is that in 2025, during the Spring Open, MEHTAB and RICARDO both fought in the semifinals. And RICARDO ended up winning that match and also ended up winning the entire tournament.
Wow.
For his first tournament win.
Okay.
Then in the 2025 World Tournament, in the round of 8, RICARDO and MEHTAB fought, and RICARDO ended up winning that entire tournament again.
Wow. So RICARDO knocked out MEHTAB in the round of 8. So they've battled before.
And then in 2026, that was RICARDO's third tournament win. However, MEHTAB and RICARDO did not end up going head-to-head in that one.
Okay.
And then for MEHTAB's tournament wins, you have the 2025 Summer Open, which was MEHTAB's first tournament win.
Okay.
And then recently, you had the 2026 Autodesk tournament, which was MEHTAB's second tournament win.
Yeah, MEHTAB won a tournament using SolidWorks, and he won a tournament using Fusion.
Yes.
That is incredible. That is so incredible.
Yeah, making MEHTAB our first and currently only multi-system, multi-tournament winner.
System winner, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember a couple years back, Victor K kind of switched from being mainly a SolidWorks guy to being an OnShape guy. And I thought maybe he was going to be the first one to pull off that feat. But MEHTAB just coming from out of nowhere, surprising everybody and saying, I can learn another CAD system, and took on some of the best Fusion users in the world and defeated them. So really awesome to see that earlier this year. And pretty cool to see that they have some history together. I see in the chat here, MEHTAB says, I fought 2 versions of RICARDO. The Italy RICARDO and the Brazilian RICARDO.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is awesome. Connor's sound is slightly louder than Toby's. Oh, we can't have that. We cannot have that. Yeah. Don't worry. I turned him all the way down.
Oh, okay.
See if that's any better. Thank you, though. Thank you for that. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Simon Hank, I was literally about to make a comment with the Gojo Sakuna being that RICARDO is probably historically our like greatest speed modeler of past tournaments, and you have MEHTAB, who is our greatest speed modeler of the modern tournaments.
Oh wow!
So now we have a ancient speed modeler being RICARDO, like the greatest in history, versus the greatest of today being MEHTAB.
Wow!
It's like if you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. But Simon Hank literally caught my reference right before I even said it.
Yeah. He's seen it. He knows.
Yeah. Shout out Simon.
I saw somebody else, Circuit Curiosity said this is like the Ronaldo and Messi of CAD.
Yes.
Very cool. And then somebody else said this is going to determine whether or not Brazil advances in the World Cup. I like that too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Truly a battle of the ages today.
That's awesome. And Maz Toon says, Toby, I got a job for design engineer role, and I'm designing medical devices and consumer electronics products and engineering. Nice. That is awesome. Well, I hope that the tootalltoby resources were able to help you on your journey.
Nice.
And guys, let's go. Let's get into it here. The prizes. What are these guys winning today? Oh, Guntis coming in with some super chat. Guys, we always appreciate the super chat. This is the time to do the super chat. We always really appreciate that when that super chat comes in during the finals. The super chat is open throughout the finals today, and it really helps us kind of get prepared for the next tournament, which is going to be the World Championship. So thank you so much to Guntis for getting this train started. And says, I need to make a donation before I get a stroke from the stress. Yes. Well, we don't want you to have a stroke, but thank you very much for the contribution and for getting this train rolling. 20 euros. Guntis, thank you so much. That is awesome. And we have put together some really good models today, so hopefully we're earning your super chat with these amazing models. We're going to have some really awesome models for these runners today. We actually have one in the finals. We have one that is a tier 5, one that's a tier 6, and one that's a tier 7.
Yes.
So we got some good models for these guys today. We're going to see some clever modeling, I'm sure. And guys, what are these guys playing for? Well, they're playing from prizes from our prize sponsor, 3D Connection. Work faster in 3D without the strain. You can visit them at 3dconnection.com. We couldn't do these tournaments without our amazing sponsors. And thank you to 3D Connection for putting up the prizes for this tournament. And the prizes for this tournament are: third place is going to win a Keyboard Pro kit. So you can see that's the keyboard and the mouse from 3D Connection. Second place is going to win the Space Mouse Wireless from 3D Connection. And our champion is going to win the Space Mouse Wireless Kit 2, which is the Space Mouse Wireless plus the mouse, plus the CAD mouse, which has got a bunch of really cool special functionality to help you be faster in the world of 3D CAD. So huge shout out to 3D Connection. They're kind of like the originators of creating peripherals to help you go faster in 3D CAD. Also to help you avoid repetitive motion injury, make it easier for you to communicate with your team when you're doing a design review. So really, really awesome. And thank you so much to 3D Connection for being our prize sponsor. Now, beyond this, the champion actually gets another prize. And the second prize here for our champion is a FlashForge 3D printer, the Adventure 5M. It's got a 220 by 220 by 220 millimeter build. So really, really cool. These guys are going to be able to win not only the Space Mouse Wireless Kit 2, but also a FlashForge 3D printer. So good luck to our runners today. Good luck to MEHTAB and to RICARDO. And we'll see who ends up winning this grand prize for our champion. And of course, also getting on the wall of fame at tootalltoby.com/tournaments and other massive recognition throughout the CAD industry. And guys, I want to say, of course, thank you to all of our sponsors. We could not do these tournaments without our sponsors. If you haven't visited them before, be sure to visit Xometry.com. Xometry provides manufacturing on demand. What they do is they help you with a simple, fast way to create custom physical parts. And so what this means is no matter how big or how small the job is, I'm sure there probably are some limitations on size, but no matter how big, how small, how many parts you need to run, you can visit Xometry.com and you can find out what it would take to get your 3D model turned into a physical part, whether it's being machined or plastic injection molded or 3D printed or sheet metal fabricated, whatever the machining application is. Xometry provides you with solutions. They give you an instant quote to find out how much it would cost to take those parts and turn them into real world parts. So definitely check it out, Xometry.com. And you can actually save money on your first order using coupon code TOBY20SUMMER. Take a look down below in the description of this live stream, and you can learn more about how you can save money with Xometry. And just taking a look at the chat here, I see Dom in the chat says, I love the Keyboard Pro kit so much so that I took my personal setup to use it in the office every day.
Nice.
So that's awesome. That's the Keyboard Pro kit from 3D Connection. And Gray says he has that same printer, the Adventure 5M. He's very happy with it. That is awesome as well. Very, very cool. And guys, of course, another one of our sponsors, we saw Castlehoff in the chat earlier. If you're still in the chat, say hello to everybody. MySolidBox. SolidBox provides professional CAD workstations for professional CAD users. They help users get up and running fast by providing custom builds of servers, desktops, and laptops for SolidWorks users. And beyond that, they also offer expertise advice if you and your team are running into issues with large assemblies or you need some consulting to get some simulation done by a professional engineer. They offer all kinds of consulting services as well, training services, and of course, the ability to get you and your team up and running with the latest and greatest in the world of 3D professional CAD hardware. So visit them, mysolidbox.com. They've been a sponsor of the show for a long time. Great group of guys and a great team over there at SolidBox. And probably the biggest testament to them is that when most people become a SolidBox customer, they're a customer for life. They really have a great reputation with their customers. So you can visit them at SolidBox. And guys, if you're ready for the tournament, hit the like button, share and reshare, and don't forget to hit the live button on YouTube. You don't want to be getting a delay here. You want to be getting everything in the latest and greatest of the feed. Go hook up. SolidBoxes are OGs, yes indeed.
Yes.
Go hook up with the team over at SolidBox. Yes, that is excellent, excellent advice. All right, guys, this is how it's going to work. We're going to take two runners from around the world. We're going to start out with Dom and Gray, and we're going to have them battle against one another. And what's going to happen is a 2D drawing is going to be revealed to them and to the audience, and then they are going to try to turn that into a 3D model, and then they're going to try to calculate the mass and enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. Now, normally what we do is for the runners, we say that it's a best of 3 battles, which means that you have to earn 2 points in order to advance. And if you get the answer wrong, you may submit one incorrect answer, and Connor and I will look at our special answer key and we'll say, oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Please try again. But today is a special episode because today we are in the finals. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a battle for third place, and this is going to be one single battle, 1 point to determine who is the winner, who gets that third place prize. And then during that battle, the runners may submit one incorrect answer and continue trying to solve, and then we will go to our standard rules for the finals between RICARDO and MEHTAB. So for all of you out there in the chat, you can help. You can play along, but please do not help. Excuse me.
Do not help.
Do not help. Let me rephrase that. Do not help. Do not help. And what that means is if you are solving at home, if I show you the model and the drawing and you try to turn it into a 3D model and you calculate the mass, don't post the mass in the chat. Instead, what you can do is you can type a very specific phrase in the chat. And I'm going to ask all of you live chat pros right now to remind everybody what that specific phrase is. But you can definitely type in the chat. You can solve this with our runners. You can prove that you're faster than the runners. But just if you solve it first, just type in, I got it. I got it. Okay, just type that into the chat. Just say, I got it. It's a great flex. And if the runners can't solve it, then I'll ask the audience if any of them can tell me what the answer is. No. But please do not type in the answer. And also don't help the runners. Don't say like, hey, you're missing a fillet there.
Yeah.
Or,
shout out Hassan last time. That one push, he got the answer correct.
Nice. Yes. Yo, let's go. Let's go. And guys, if you want to compete, if you want to join us, then you can join us on Model Monday Live. That's your chance to compete with the amazing runners, with the amazing tootalltoby community. And a lot of times these guys from the tournament are in the live streams as well. ZNZ in the chat says, any chat giveaway or wheel spins? We are going to do a wheel spin today for anybody who finished the challenge from last week. We do have a wheel spin. I think we're doing a $50 Amazon card as part of that giveaway. So if you did the challenge from last week, it was due by Thursday at 9 a.m. That's when your homework was due, Thursday at 9 a.m. So if you didn't do it already, you don't have to rush over to the website and do it now. But we did have a challenge. It was open last week to earn a prize on the wheel spin today, and we're going to do that in just a little bit. All right, guys, let's get into it here. We saw last week in the semifinals, Dom versus MEHTAB. MEHTAB won, so Dom is going to be in this first match. We saw last week that it was RICARDO versus Gray. RICARDO won, so Gray is going to be in this first match. Let's get into it here. We're going to do a quick practice round just to make sure that we have all of our systems in place, that everything is working for Connor and I. And then we'll get into the actual battle here. So give me just 1 second here. Let me just make sure that I got everything looking good here for this. Yeah. I think we're going to switch this over, and we're going to move this over here. And I think everything else is looking pretty good here. So let's give this thing a go. And this practice battle between Gray and Dom begins. Wait, let me make sure I got these guys on here. Gray and Dom. Okay. Yeah. This practice battle between Gray and Dom, I think I have these backwards, actually. I think Dom should be over here and Gray should be over here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, cool. All right, this practice battle between Gray and Dom begins in 3, 2, 1, go. And so the question here is, what is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? This is just a Toby tech check. No points are awarded. Both of our runners have grabbed a screen capture. Both of our runners are trying to model up this super challenging part here.
Yes.
We've got Dom on the left. We've got Gray on the right. I love how Gray doesn't use any toolbars or anything.
Yeah.
He's just got SolidWorks, minimalistic, my style for sure. Yeah. I love it.
Like how RICARDO puts in, don't help me in the chat.
Don't help
RICARDO, the only person here who's fast enough to help you is versing you. Like,
it's true.
This is not encouragement to help RICARDO in the chat, but I just think it's funny.
Very true. Yeah, I think it's a great point, Connor. And yeah, I mean, how is somebody going to help RICARDO? Are they going to say, hey, instead of doing a delete face, maybe you should do that as an intersect or something like really abstract. Instead of knitting those surfaces together, you could do it with an intersect.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be able to help him. Yeah. Okay, guys, we got some answers coming into the chat here. We got Dom coming into the chat with his answer of, what did he answer with here? 3,900 grams, and we've got Gray coming in with his answer, 5,850 grams, and the correct answer is 5,850 grams. So Gray, normally, if this was a real match, Gray would earn that point, and then we would, then we would give him that point, and he would move on. But this is not an actual match. This is just the practice. We're just doing a quick tech check here.
Yeah.
Make sure we've got everything ready to go. So I think everything looked good there. Guys, I want to give it another shout out here real quick to another one of our sponsors, Fotinos Design. These are CAD design services from a CAD expert. Victor K, he's not only a CAD expert, he's a 2023 world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, and he's a sponsor of this tournament. If you are ever in need for any kind of CAD services from a CAD expert, be sure to visit Victor K and Fotinos Design. Fotinos.design is the website. It's an awesome website as well. Shout out to Victor K. Thank you for the support, my friend.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And good luck with Fotinos Design as well. And we got a brand new viewer here in the chat, AARTIAGGARWAL. 15. That name was taken, so he had to use 1597 on the end there. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining us, and great to see you in here in the chat. Thank you for joining us here. Guys, I want to give a shout out to another one of our sponsors. We could not have these tournaments without our sponsors. Visit them down below in the description, the links to all of our sponsors. Sen provides fast, custom parts at any scale. You can get sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, and much more delivered in as little as 24 hours. And a fantastic website as well, sendcutsen.com. And if you visit them, sendcutsen.com/tootalltoby, you can actually save some money on your first order as well. These are great. This is a great service where if you've designed some kind of a prototype, an invention, something like that, and you need to get parts made out of machined or sheet metal, and you don't have those capabilities in-house, you can work with the team at Sen and get those parts delivered direct to your door. So be sure to visit them, sendcutsen.com. Awesome company, awesome service. And thank you so much to Sen for sponsoring this CAD vs. CAD tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sen. And of course, we did announce this last week, but we talked to the team at PDX, the Product Development Expo, and we convinced them to release the tickets early. They were holding on to the tickets. They weren't sure when they were going to start selling them. We said, you got to start selling them. Everybody from the world of Too Tall Toby wants to go this year. So, guys, tickets are now available for sale. Vicky and I will be there. Connor might be there. We're going to have a whole crew there. Who knows how many people are going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
everybody.
If you guys want to come visit us and hang out with us at the Product Development Expo 2026, you can visit pdexpo.engineer and you can use coupon code TTT26 to save some money on that ticket purchase. Thank you, PDX, for sponsoring this tournament. All right, guys, the battle of third place is upon us. So the production team is going to get the challenge ready for these guys. We have a challenge ready to go for these guys already. And so if you guys, offline competition opportunity, exactly, yep, we're going to do a live speed modeling competition at PDX. So very cool. And yeah, definitely a chance there. Mondo Lastarka is here. Welcome. Great screen name. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys, we're gonna just get the production team's gonna get this drawing ready. But maybe while we're doing that, Connor, maybe you could tell us some of the interesting facts about these runners.
For sure. So we have Dom, who is our number 4 seed, rocking SolidWorks, and he started using SolidWorks in 2019. And he's been working in the manufacturing industry for 7 years. 3rd/4th place has become his home. Well, I guess that is accurate for this one.
You're there.
I was going to make a quippy remark, but I can't really.
You're there.
And he once spent 3 weeks designing a dumpster, which I think is a
flex.
Is both a flex and also a testament to how complicated dumpsters are. And his personal best walleye was a fat 26.5 incher through the ice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Look, my hand's coming onto your screen. That's a big fish.
Yeah.
That is a big fish.
Fish so big, it's crosses the webcam barrier.
Crosses the webcam, yeah.
And then for Gray, I gotta lean over here. He's been using Gray is our number 2 seed, also rocking SolidWorks. And he has been using SolidWorks for work since 2020. And his design work is mainly related to sheet metal, and that this is his 5th Too Tall Toby championship. And at every championship, he gives his opponents a great opportunity to advance to the next round. Clearly, that was not the case this championship.
Yeah, took it all the way up here to 3rd, 4th place battle.
Yes.
So congratulations to Gray. Congratulations to Dom. This is the 3rd, 4th place battle, and of course, this battle is only is a battle for a prize. 3rd place will get a prize. 4th place will not get a prize. So good luck to both of our runners getting this 3D Connection prize, and thank you to 3D Connection. And Dom wanted you to know that was actually self-dumping, even that dumpster.
Oh,
self-dumping.
Wow. So it was a complicated dumpster.
Yeah, it sounds complicated. It might just mean that it had a hole in the back.
That is true. That is true. We will need proof, Dom, if you can send that over.
You need some videos. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Simon says Dom is my GOAT. And Dom says, love you, Simon. Yeah, nice. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, guys. Well, good luck to everyone. Good luck to all the runners, and good luck in this battle. This is going to be a really fun battle. This is a part that I modeled up, and I thought it was going to be easy. And for some reason, I just could not make it easy. I tried to model it, and I could not make it easy. So I thought this would be the perfect part for these two runners, especially with all their manufacturing expertise.
Yes. Both of these runners do have a expertise in sheet metal, if I remember.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's what I thought that Dom was good at, was sheet metal. And then, even though it doesn't say that in his description, and then Gray explicitly said that he was a sheet metal expert.
Well, this is going to be interesting then. All right, guys. Well, here we go. No spoilers, but this CAD versus CAD battle for 3rd and 4th place between Dom, our number 4 seed from the United States running SolidWorks, and Gray, our number 2 seed from Russia running SolidWorks. This CAD versus CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXX.XX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.15 grams. Kind of an interesting tolerance on this one. Looks like a simple part, but for some reason, I could not make it simple in my brain. Good luck to both of our runners trying to solve this thing here in real time in front of all of us. We see Dom on the left. Looks like he's designing this thing kind of looking in from the end. We see Gray on the right. Looks like he's designing this thing looking down from the top. He's going to approach that slot shape first. Get that slot shape out of the way. So let's watch. Let's see who's going to draw first blood. Who's going to get the first solid geometry created on this thing. I love seeing Dom here using the what I call the offset trick, which is a fantastic trick when you're working with sheet metal. The customer sometimes gives you inside, sometimes gives you outside, sometimes gives you inside to outside dimensions, and it is often beneficial to learn how to quickly create some offset geometry so that you can align everything in your model, almost like you're laying out some geometry there with that sketch. And we see Dom going through here, showing off his sheet metal prowess, and but Gray officially does draw first blood, and Dom coming in there on the left, getting that model created, getting solid geometry on screen there second. We see now Gray going in and attempting to create that kind of winged flange that's sticking off the side. Connor, I do have a copy of this print here for us to keep an eye on. Gray kind of creating that winged flange sticking off the side there. Dom, on the other hand, going through and constructing the more circular tabs there on this thing that are more like on that upper level. And look at Dom. This is an approach that I personally did not even consider doing, kind of combining all that information into that one sketch. And that is a fantastic idea to solve this. This is why I really wanted to see these two fabrication experts try this challenge, because when I did this, I took much longer. I didn't even think about doing it the way he's doing. I kind of did like each region of the model step by step by step. And I think that's a big reason why it took me so long to construct this thing. I love seeing Dom also there. You notice Dom was able to utilize the plane, using a plane to perform a mirror. I know that when Atse was doing co-commentary with me, he commented that that's something that he also learned from watching Dom and watching his runs, is the idea of using a plane to mirror a sketch. Most of the time I try to mirror a sketch with a traditional center line.
This is cool having someone that everyone learns from. I feel like Dom is the most. Dom and RICARDO are the most cited as like, oh, I learned this trick from him.
Yeah. Interesting. Dom ended up with all that extra geometry and just said, forget it, I'm getting rid of it. And now is taking a very different approach. Kind of got that foundation in place and then just decided to lop it off. So kind of interesting. We'll see if that opens the door here for Gray. Gray taking a little bit more of the approach, a little bit more the approach that I took, kind of like a step-by-step approach here, getting the geometry in place. It looks like Gray was maybe able to incorporate what we call the bend relief, those little notches there on the left side of his model, right into the flange command, that's definitely like advanced sheet metal work. If you know SolidWorks sheet metal very well, then you're comfortable getting in there and putting in a custom bend relief as opposed to making that an explicit cut. So I'm really enjoying watching how both these guys are getting through this thing. And Gray looking like he's kind of on the, wow, they're both right there on
they're
kind of
both
the
right
home
there.
stretch. Yeah, they are both very close to getting this thing completed and maybe coming in with their first answers. So we're going to just kind of keep an eye on both of them, keep an eye on the chat. MEHTAB in the chat says, Dom is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way Dom works through these models and kind of just thinks through these models. And so we see an answer coming in from Gray, and Gray comes in with the answer, 333.24 grams. And that is correct. And congratulations to Gray taking down the official third place victory, winning a prize from 3D Connection. Well done, my friend. Congratulations. GG's in the chat. Put some GG's in the chat there for Gray.
GG.
Really, really cool to see how they worked through that model. Like I said, I think that one of my favorite things about that match, if I saw it correctly, was I think that Gray did end up kind of like manually specifying what the bend relief should be. I think that's a pretty cool trick, and I think that just overall we saw some real mastery there of sheet metal. The correct answer that I got was 333.25 plus or minus 0.15 grams. Gray coming in with his answer 333.24 in under 5 minutes. Very, very impressive, and congratulations to Gray, officially earning the third place spot and winning the prize for third place. Wow, wow, wow. GG, guys.
GG.
Put a GG in the chat. Good game. And thank you to 3D Connection for being our prize sponsor. What do you think about that match, Connor?
That was one of those matches where you're looking at it and things are going steady, and then all of a sudden it's done.
Yeah, I thought
there was some time still left.
So far ahead, yeah. I did not realize how close Gray was to bringing that thing across the finish line. And really impressive to see kind of how he ended up generating that geometry and getting that thing all buttoned up there like really quick. So congratulations to both of our runners. Well done, well done. Dom, GG to Dom as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much to our runners. We could not have these amazing battles without all of our amazing runners. So thank you guys so much. I am going to just boot you guys from the meeting, the side meeting that we're in, just because it'll free you up. So I am going to just kind of dismiss you guys from this. Let's see if I can even do it. Well, at least stop your sharing. Yeah, you guys are free to go. But thank you so much. And of course, please stick around in the YouTube chat as well. Guys, we are now heading into the finals of this tournament, so please be sure to hit the like button, be sure to share and reshare, be sure to sign up for a free account over at tootalltoby.com. You know, a lot of times people ask us, how do these guys get so fast? How do they get so much practice? How do they know what to do in these different areas of the software? How do they know what to do in sheet metal? How do they know what to do in when they got plastic parts, when they got multi-body parts? And I think that the best way to learn is to learn by doing. So if you are out there and you want some more practice, if you're using any 3D CAD system, you can visit us at tootalltoby.com. We've got over 350 2D to 3D CAD challenges where we show you a drawing, but instead of competing against somebody else, you get to compete against the clock. And you get to find out right away if you got it right or not. And you get to see what is the average solve time for these challenges. That's one of my favorite things to do, is go through the library and kind of learn about the average solve time and try to see if I can beat that average solve time. So be sure to check it out, tootalltoby.com. You can filter by difficulty. You can start out at level 1 and kind of work your way up, work your way all the way through. Or you could jump into some of the more difficult ones, or even filter by the model type. Like take a look at our library of 3D printable challenges. And if you get stuck, we have tutorials. Members from the community will log in using different CAD systems and will actually post a tutorial explaining how they solved it, so that if you get stuck, maybe there's a tutorial in there from your CAD system. And one of the best things is a lot of the runners you see here today, like Gray and like Dom and like MEHTAB, a lot of the runners will go in and they'll actually post a speed run of their modeling. And so you can see here, Gray did this model in 43 seconds. You know, some people might struggle to get it done in 5 minutes, and Gray did it in 43 seconds. So how's he able to do it so fast? Well, he's actually posted a video showing how he did it so fast. So if you haven't been there before, be sure to check it out, tootalltoby.com. And we've been hosting some weekly contests at tootalltoby.com to help recognize some of the members of our Practice Models Premium subscription. And so today we are going to recognize them by using the Wheel of Fate, and we're going to be doing a giveaway for a $50 Amazon gift card. So let's bring up the Wheel of Fate and take a look at this giveaway, this list of amazing users who participated in the challenge. Basically, we posted a challenge last week, and we said anybody who finishes it by the by yesterday morning, by Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, will be eligible to win the big prize. And the big prize today is the $50 gift card from Amazon. So let's give this thing a shuffle. Who do you think it's going to be, Connor?
I'm going to go with, what's that name? Nordy.
Oh, Nordy?
Yes.
Nice. Good call. And I'm going to go with Lotus.
Okay.
So here we go. Shuffle, 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 and spin.
I do like the username Fun Guy more, though.
I like the username Fun Guy as well.
No offense, Nordy. Ah.
Wait, what happened?
It looks like it froze for a second.
Out. Cadulation.
That's another good username.
Yo, let's go. Congratulations to Cadulation. Well done. Well done. And you're going to win the prize, a $50 Amazon gift card. We will reach out to you. If you're here in the chat, let us know. Otherwise, we will reach out to you and let you know how you can collect that prize. But congratulations. Cool name, Cadulation. I like it. I like it. Well done. Congratulations, Cadulation. Well done. Well done. And a couple of just notes here in the chat. We had Dom in the chat who said, thank you for another great tourney. Toby, Connor, and Vicky. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you.
Always so good seeing you in here. Thank you so much for everything you've taught the community. It's always good to see you competing. And also always good to see your speed runs. So many people have learned so much from you. So thank you. And Gray says, at Ricardo Gene, at MEHTAB, good luck, guys. Show some real heat.
Yes.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I like it.
Agreed.
Biggest name is Casca on the list. Yes, of course. Well, that seems fitting. Yes, that's awesome. All right. And Simon says, watching this while studying thermodynamics is peak living. Yo, thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Awesome. Love him, India, bro. Use full video. Me last 4-year NX12, but this time convert to solid work. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love reading these comments. All right, guys. Well, listen, we have got 3 fantastic models for our champions. Be sure to visit us at tootalltoby.com. You can sign up. You can participate in one of these future challenges. We're going to have more contests in the future. tootalltoby.com, practice models premium. Sign up. It's the best way to learn 3D CAD. Thank you to our title sponsor, hightail.io. If you ever want to take an idea and turn it into a launched product, visit the team at hightail.io. They helped us hugely with cadpractice.com.
Yes.
Thank you, of course, to our prize sponsor, 3D Connection. Thank you to all the sponsors. Guys, we couldn't have these tournaments without our sponsors. Visit Xometry.com. You can save some money on your first manufacturing on-demand order. Get some of your 3D models turned into physical parts. And I know we heard from some of our sponsors earlier in the live stream, but just in case you weren't tuned in, Xometry provides a simple, fast way to create custom physical parts. Take your 3D models to their website. You can get a quote of how much it'll cost. You can change the number of the quantity. You can change where they're manufactured, and you can get those parts manufactured and shipped out to you within just a couple of days. And of course, our friends over at SolidBox. If you ever need a professional CAD workstation, have you ever had SolidWorks come up with a message that says your system is critically low on resources, and then it tells you to close some windows and stuff like that? That could be a thing of the past.
Oh.
Just get a computer from SolidBox. No.
Have you ever used SolidWorks?
Have you ever used SolidWorks? That's probably the better question.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Ricardo, give me some of your dopamine. Nice. The trash talk begins here in the chat. We don't really talk trash here. Everybody just likes each other and just wants each other to succeed. That's how we talk trash.
The closest we get to trash talk is like neutral complimenting.
The closest we get to trash talk is like, oh, that's surprising he used that feature there.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the more. That's all the more negative we get here.
I wouldn't use intersect there.
I would have never thought to use intersect there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are farming aura. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, listen, this is it, the moment we've been waiting for. We've got Ricardo, who's won 3 tournaments in the past. We've got MEHTAB, who's won 2 tournaments in the past. They kind of started on this collision course here on the bracket, and now here we see they're ending up the upper right corner down to the lower left corner. Here we go. They are colliding. And guys, let's give them a practice model here just to get started. Some of the models that we're going to be doing today are in inches. Some of the models that we're going to be doing today are in millimeter or metric. So we're going to give these guys a chance to do a little bit of practice here just to make sure that they are ready, kind of knock off any cobwebs or anything like that. Are you ready, Connor?
I am ready.
Here we go. This practice battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this part in x.x pounds? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.1 pounds. This is just a tech check. No points will be awarded for this one. both of our runners are getting into their CAD system. Both of our runners are trying to model this thing up. MEHTAB is getting a little bit stuck on the planning. He's trying to plan this thing out. And RICARDO is seizing the opportunity to come up with a model this thing up, and input the mess. Don't forget, guys, to hit the live button on YouTube, especially MEHTAB and RICARDO. We don't want anybody to be taking a lag because of the stream, because the stream had an ad in the beginning or anything like that. So make sure you hit the live button on YouTube. And it looks like both of our runners already got through, already modeled this thing up. These guys are ready.
Yes.
They're ready to rock and roll. I had you zoomed in a little bit there, RICARDO, because the previous match I had to zoom in a little bit for Dom. I wanted to see Dom in HD. Let's see. Wait, is he zoomed in? Am I zoomed in? I feel like now I'm way zoomed in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Getting the super detailed view.
There we go.
Nice.
Fixed. May the force be with you. Good luck, Gray. What? Wow.
Wow.
Now,
this is actual trash talk.
Now we're seeing some real trash talk here. Good luck, Gray. Oh, it's actually SolidWorks sketch text. Wow. Good lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, guys. Listen. This is cool. This is what we've been waiting for. So what we're gonna do now is looks like the tech check is good. Looks like both of our runners are good. Looks like everything is good here. So we're gonna turn now to the Wheel of Fate. You saw the wheel earlier with the Wheel of Names, but now we're back to the Wheel of Fate.
Yes.
And we can see here that what the Wheel of Fate does is it helps us to kind of randomize the drawings here for our runners. So we've got 3 drawings on here, 31, 33, and 32. And if you want to prove your clairvoyance, if you want to prove that you've got the ability to predict the future, then what you can do is you can guess in the chat what you think it's going to be. What do you think the first drawing is going to be? Now, we do have a couple of tiebreakers kind of waiting in the wings. So if we do end up burning off all of these drawings and don't have a winner yet, then we have some tiebreakers. If we burn off both of them and we don't have a winner still, then we're just going to have to call it a tie, and we'll figure it out on the side. But I think we're going to have a winner here. I think these drawings are good. I just would say, just be careful, guys. There's going to be a lot of dimensions in these drawings, and you're going to have to make sure that you take your time and dimension everything correctly. Look out for like inside, outside bends, things like that. All that stuff is going to be coming into play. You're going to be tested. Let's just put it that way. This is the finals between a 2-time champion and a 3-time champion. We want to test these guys. Now,
this is a little hint for these models, but have any of you guys ever modeled a dumpster before?
It would come in great handy on this one. So Jim Yu thinks it's going to be number 33. Congratulations, Jim Yu. That's probably correct. Guntus thinks it's going to be 26. Simon thinks it says good luck both. Vicky Chong thinks it's going to be 33. Eric Nordil thinks it's going to be 33. Leviathan thinks it's going to be 32. Naveen thinks it's going to be 32. Rockcrawler thinks it's going to be 31. Guntus thinks it's going to be 33. BZ Rocket thinks it's going to be 33. The Player thinks it's going to be 33. TT1400R says, GG, if you're watching this thing, make sure you hit the live button on YouTube. Make sure you hit the live button so you're getting the latest. It's in the lower left corner, just in case the stream is delayed or anything. You might be a little bit behind there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Uncle Face Pound says 33 from the Northern California. Nice. The Player thinks it's going to be 33. A lot of people think it's going to be 33. Abraham thinks it's going to be 33. Let's see here. A.L. Fisher thinks it's going to be 32. Samuel thinks it's going to be 31. Jim Mo thinks it's going to be 31. Oh, this is nice. M. Vad Gamma thinks it's going to be 32 and 33. Nice. Yeah, cover all your bases. Spread that bet. All right, Crazy Clippy thinks it's going to be 33. Noam thinks it's going to be 33. Isant654 thinks it's going to be number 5. Nice.
Interesting.
Game Dagon thinks it's going to be 32. Sandork SFC thinks it's going to be 32. Saladian thinks it's going to be 31. David Thiessen thinks it's going to be 33. Leviathan thinks it's going to be 32. Yes. Let's give this thing a shuffle.
31.
Let's give this thing a spin. Connor thinks it's going to be 31.
Because it's closest to 13.
Here we go. The Wheel of Fate. All right. The Wheel of Fate has spoken. Connor, you were right. Well done. First try.
First try.
Very nice.
Yes.
Drawing number 31. Yes. So we're going to queue this thing up for our finalists here. And while the production team gets us ready, Connor, maybe you could just tell us 1 or 2 fun facts about these runners.
Sure. On the left, we have our 3-time tournament winner, Ricardo Jean, our number 3 seed, rockin' solid works. His number 1 note is that he loves his wife and that she is all to him.
Nice.
And that is beautiful. He's also the owner of www.bibliotecadoprogestista.com, where Brazilian designers grow up. If you want to know how to spell that, look on screen now.
Nice.
And he's also a SolidWorks teacher on YouTube. Follow his channel, Ricardo Jean, aptly named.
Nice.
And on the right, we have MEHTAB, a 2-time tournament winner, our number 1 seed, also rockin' SolidWorks. He's currently a junior industrial engineering student, and during his SolidWorks course, he was facing problems modeling something, and he searched for a SolidWorks tutorial on YouTube and came across Triple T, learned the power moves, best practices, etc., and now he's here.
Nice.
And we're all glad that you came here.
Yes. Guys, what an awesome day it is. I've been looking forward to this all week. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Getting a chance to see Ricardo and MEHTAB in the finals. And man, oh man, this is so cool to see a 3-time tournament winner versus a 2-time tournament winner. These are easily two of the best CAD users in the world, 2 of the best CAD speed modelers in the world. And guys, we have some really, really good models for them today. So Connor, are you ready?
I am super ready.
All right, guys, I am ready as well. Here we go. This very first CAD vs. CAD battle in our finals featuring Ricardo Jean from Brazil, 3-time tournament winner using SolidWorks, going up against MEHTAB from Bangladesh, 2-time tournament winner using SolidWorks. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this multi-body part or assembly in x.xx pounds? The tolerance is plus or minus 0.01 pounds. Both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture of this drawing that says tangent typical, pointing to those little tangency points there. It's called out elsewhere on the drawing as well. Tangent typical. And both of our runners are already in their CAD. Let's take a look here. That note is covered by the clock slightly, but it is called out elsewhere in the drawing. I think it'll be okay. Guys, both of our runners are coming up with a plan for this thing. What do you think about this one, Connor?
This one is.
Yes, we've got Ricardo Jean on the left from Brazil, rocking SolidWorks. We've got MEHTAB on the right from Bangladesh, running SolidWorks. And wow, oh wow, these guys are locked in. So really interesting challenge here. I think what you're going to see, we noticed this last week, and I think we're going to see it again this week, that all the challenges are going to be able to be discretized into different areas of the model. And that's really the trick to getting successful at advanced 3D CAD modeling. You don't just look at something as like a total, like, oh, this is how I'm going to do the whole thing. Instead, what you do is you break it up into different areas. You say, I'm going to work on the rings first, or I'm going to work on the legs first. I'm going to work on the upper ring. I'm going to work on the lower ring. I'm going to do a layout sketch first. You kind of start to break things down into different regions of the model. So it looks like Ricardo Jean on the left is working on the rings, and the way the rings are defined is that their height is defined from the base of the model. Now Ricardo Jean has decided to go with a sketch pattern, and now he's checking the numbers of the sketch pattern and deciding whether or not those numbers are going to work. And if they do, I think we're going to see him turn this into a revolved feature. And look at that, Ricardo Jean draws first blood, gets that thing revolved. He's got all 4 rings now in his model, and he's going to be moving on now to the next area of the design. Now, is he going to do the lower section of that main ring? Is he going to do the legs next? Again, this is the idea of kind of discretizing your model. But I think we're really seeing an example here of somebody who's got a lot of experience, because he was able to go through and he decided to create those 4 rings first, and now he's going back through and creating the 2 internal rings second, as opposed to trying to do all those internal rings at once and then maybe having a problem when it comes time to do the pattern. So shout out to Ricardo Jean, as always, demonstrating kind of some mastery, not only in terms of his CAD skills, but also in terms of his ability to quickly plan how he's going to be creating these models. Meanwhile, on the right, we see MEHTAB going through, and MEHTAB is attempting to model up the leg. Now, what I suspect is that MEHTAB is maybe now trying to figure out where that leg needs to be located. So you can see him going through, he's probably looking at the drawing, and he's probably trying to use that drawing to figure out where that leg needs to be located. So if you're watching this thing live, you can always go back and you can look at the drawing, or if you did a screen capture, a lot of times when you do a screen capture, you can kind of keep that off to the side and look at the screen capture while we're looking at the model. Of course, Connor and I have a physical 2D print of these drawings. Now we see Ricardo Jean on the left, kind of looking down this thing from the top. It looks like he's almost drawing some kind of a rectangle shape here, so kind of interesting. And we see MEHTAB on the right. Got that. He's now got that. Looks like he's happy with how that leg is constructed. Interesting. Drew a couple of perpendicular lines coming off of the top and bottom of that leg. What do we suppose he's going to be doing with those? I guess we're going to find out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a battle. We see JMOW in the chat says, what a battle. Yeah, this is kind of where we start to see like the true mastery come out. This isn't going to be a 5-minute speed run or anything like that. This is going to be where we're going to see some planning. We're going to see some, possibly using multiple sketches. Look at MEHTAB using one of my favorite tricks in the world of 3D CAD, which is when you've got a complicated 3D sweep path. Maybe you can simplify it if you know a couple of tricks in the world of 3D CAD, and it looks like MEHTAB is going to be using some of those tricks to construct these legs. Let's see what he ends up doing here. He's opted to use a circular profile, and look at that. Look at MEHTAB. Look at the mastery from MEHTAB.
Wow.
Look at that complicated wire on a bend on a 3D sketch. And look at how clever it was the way he constructed that. Well done, MEHTAB.
Very nice. Oh, and he's using the that was cool way to sit there.
Use the axis to create a circular pattern of all three. Very nice, very nice. Meanwhile, we see MEHTAB, we see Ricardo Jean on the left. Let's see how he ends up approaching this thing. So maybe the same approach, maybe a different approach. It'll be interesting to see. Again, if you are at home and you want to really get the most out of watching this match, either grab a screen capture. If you don't already have one, go back in the video and just grab a screen capture of the drawing and bring up the drawing and try to ask yourself, what are they struggling with, and how would you address that challenge?
Yeah.
I think you'll get the most out of watching these tournaments when you can actually kind of follow along with the 2D drawing. But this is really cool to see, and I knew this was going to be the case. I knew that they were going to when they got to this area of the design that they're kind of both at this area. Believe it or not, they're kind of both at the same area. I knew when they would get to this area of the design, there would be a little bit of a hiccup, and so. I'm not surprised, and no pressure to our runners. This is the finals, guys. This is for a 3D printer and a prize package from 3D Connection. We are not rushing these guys at all. We are letting them take their time.
If they were working together, they'd be done already.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah. I think it's cool how they both started on like the exact opposite part to work on, and now we're watching them solve the part that's already been completed for the other competitor.
It's true.
We get to watch them see the differences in their process for the both of them, or the similarities.
Yeah, that's a great point, Connor, and that's kind of what you're saying too when you said like if they were working together, they'd be done. One of them did the rings first, one of them did the legs first. If they could just bring them together, it would really speed along the process. But so this is one of these examples, if you are trying to model it from the drawing, you want to remember that a lot of times in the real world, these are the kinds of drawings you get. A lot of times in the real, this would be a much easier challenge if the drawing had the center line dimensions for the sweep path. It'd be a piece of cake. But the customers rarely give you the center line dimensions for the sweep path. See some comments in the chat saying the music stopped. Yeah, we usually have the hype music going for the beginning, and then we have some kind of more gentle music going in the background. Just let us know if it's too quiet or too loud, and we will turn it up or turn it down as needed. I've got it at about 40 right now, so if you want me to turn up that music a little bit more, I'm happy to do so. Leviathan that says the prize is a 3D printer. Yeah, that's right. The winner of this match is going to get a 3D printer and a prize pack from 3D Connection. And yeah, sign up for the next tournament. We'd love to see you.
Next is World, right? Or my I skipping a
Next
tournament?
is a world championship of 3D CAD speed modeling. That's right.
Yeah, and if I remember the last one or the one before that, I think the first 3 or top 3 all got 3D printers.
Yeah. We had some good prizes.
So, sign up for the next tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Haven't tuned in a while. Is the Ivan exploit still on?
Absolutely.
It definitely is. Runners at this level, though, I don't often use it, though. Or at least these 2 runners specifically.
Yeah, it's tough to find a spot in a model like this to use the Ivan exploit.
Yeah.
A lot of times these higher level models, the features are so intertwined with one another that you might not be able to find a good spot to use it. You're going to probably be better off just taking your time and doing it, playing it straight, as they say.
Yeah. It's not often a question of, can I do this? It's a question of, would it just be more efficient to do it properly?
Yeah, I think for the most part, it's going to be, I like this comment from MV4770. The problem with these models is they look easy when you first look at them, and then the moment you start, it all falls apart.
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely some nasty stuff in this model. Some of the things that you'll notice on the 2D drawing are things like the inside bend radius being called out. That's definitely something that is pretty darn nasty. If you've ever done sweeping and 3D sweeping, having the inside bend radius called out like that is something that again, it'd be much easier if they just called out the center line bend radius, right? That'd be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But instead they call out the inside bend radius. And of course, the location of some of the elements in this design relative to other elements can be very tricky. I think we're going to see an answer coming in here. I'm going to watch the chat. I just saw mass calculation flash up on screen. And so it looks like Ricardo Jean is coming in with his first answer. His first answer is 2.853 pounds, and that is correct.
Congratulations.
And wow. Well done, Ricardo. One of the more nasty things about that particular print is the way that the legs are defined on the outside of the rings. The legs are defined. I'll go back to that 2D print in just a second. But 2.85 pounds is correct, plus or minus 0.01 pounds. 2.85 pounds is correct. And Ricardo Jean coming in with his first answer, correct answer, 2.853 pounds is correct. GG to Ricardo.
I will be right back.
Under 10 minutes. Go for it, Connor. Under 10 minutes on a tier, I think that was a tier 5 model. Under 10 minutes. Wow. Well done, my friend. And the thing about this model that's so nasty, if you look at the top view and that view that I mentioned the clock kind of covered that node a little bit. I do apologize for that, but it's called out in a couple of other places. Those legs being in 3D and being tangent to being in 3D and then being tangent to those rings, that is really nasty. That is really tricky, and that requires some planning, some layout work to make sure that you get those correct. And really tricky stuff there, and very impressive from both of our runners being able to kind of get in there and work through that challenge. But that is not easy to do, and I think that as you guys go through and try this model yourself, you'll see what I mean. So, wow. GG to the winner. Congratulations. And of course, the winner is only the winner if he wins 2 points. So that first one's going to go to Ricardo. And just making a note here in my book. Congratulations. Well done. 2.85 pounds is correct. And Clash of the Giants. Congratulations to all involved. High-level competition. GG. Come on, MEHTAB. Took too much time measuring, says MEHTAB. Yeah, nice. Wow. Good job, Rick. Congratulations, Rick. Little Rickers win the round. Wow, nice. I like it. Come on, Ricardo. GG. Very nice. I'm torn between the two. Yeah. I'm not sure who to root for. I'm just going to be a spectator enjoying the action. Guys, just want to remind you that the super chat is open for this live stream. If you're out there, you're enjoying the challenge, you're enjoying the models, you want to support the channel, Super Chat is open, and we really appreciate any contributions you can make. We couldn't have these tournaments without all of you, and we couldn't have these tournaments without our amazing sponsors. Thank you again to Fotinos Design, a brand new sponsor, and actually a member of the Too Tall Toby community. CAD design services from a CAD expert, Victor K. Fotinos.design is the website. Thank you for sponsoring the tournament. And Send Cut Send, a new sponsor, brand new sponsor. Send Cut Send provides fast custom parts at any scale, sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, and much more, delivered in as little as 24 hours. And if you visit them at sendcutsend.com/tootalltoby, you can save some money on your first order. And I gotta say thank you again so much to the team at Send Cut Send for sponsoring this tournament. And of course, PDX, an upcoming conference where you can learn how to take your products and turn them into reality. The Product Development Expo takes place October 20th and 21st. Tickets are now on sale, and you can use coupon code TTT26 to save some money on that coupon purchase. Actually, I think there's another promotion they're coming up with too, to help you save even some more money. So we'll get you some more information on that this Monday in Model Monday Live. But check them out, PDX. If you buy your tickets now, you can save some money. And TTT26 is a coupon code you can use there. And thank you to Uncle Facepound coming in with that super chat. He heard the call and he answered. Thank you, my friend. And Ricardo representing Brazil more than the soccer team in the World Cup. Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Well, listen, this is when we go back to the Wheel of Fate. We find out what is in store for these runners. We have multiple challenges and multiple levels of difficulty for our runners here today. And none of these are easy. There's not an easy model in the batch here. And Ricardo, really nice job on that last one, earning that first point. But you got to win 2 to secure the championship. And so it's going to be between Ricardo and MEHTAB here. Let's see what the Wheel of Fate has in store. Guntis thinks it's going to be 33. Rockcrawler thinks it's going to be 32. Shuffle, 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 and spin.
33.
Thank you to Hightail.io for sponsoring not only the tournament, but also the Wheel of Fate. Okay, guys.
Very nice.
Wow, 33. Good job, Connor. First try.
First try twice.
Yeah, let's go. So, guys, we got a really good model for these guys, and you know, if Ricardo wins, then that'll be it. He'll be the champion. If MEHTAB wins, then we all win because we all get to see another match. So, Connor, while the production team is getting this drawing ready, maybe you could tell the audience just a little bit more about these runners.
For sure. On the left, once again, we have Ricardo, our 3-time tournament winner and our number 3 seed, rocking solid works. And he has 7 entries at Too Tall Toby tournaments, multiple-time champion. His father and his brother are also SolidWorks designers. And he's Brazilian and Italian and currently lives in Italy with the family. That's very nice. And he's also a 20-year SolidWorks user, which that is very impressive.
Wow.
It's just a long time using SolidWorks.
Yeah.
Probably, I think we can see that it does reflect in his ability.
He knows a lot of moves.
Yes. And on our right side, we have MEHTAB, our number 1 seed, our 2-time tournament winner, and another SolidWorks user. And he says that he's lucky because his SolidWorks rarely crashes.
Nice.
And that he doesn't like sketch patterns at all, which I do wonder if Ricardo in that last match using that sketch pattern was on purpose for that, which I don't think it was, but it would have been funny if it was.
Yeah.
And he's also won 11 plus CAD contests and has stopped counting.
Wow. Maybe on to his 12th here, 12th plus on this one.
Yes.
And in the chat, we see MVADGAMA says, MEHTAB legend, bro. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, listen, shake it off from that last one. We are ready for this next battle. Connor, any last words of advice for our runners here before we get into this next battle?
Nothing that they haven't heard before, but stay calm. Let the adrenaline run through you, but not so much that you can't use your keyboard and mouse.
Nice.
And if you do shake so much that you can't use your mouse, then hopefully you win that mouse package.
Yeah.
With the ergonomic mouse.
Well, listen, both these guys are up for a prize package from 3D Connection.
Yes.
Of course, first place will be the champion. Will win a 3D printer as well. And guys, those of you in the audience, don't forget, when we show the 2D drawing, you can take a screen capture as well. Move it over to your second screen, and that way you can watch the tournament on one screen, and you can look at the drawing on the second screen. And of course, we really appreciate all the support from everybody in the chat. We see Pedro in the chat is saying, GG, Ricardo. We see Hassan says, you got this one, MEHTAB. So awesome to see everybody in the chat rooting for these runners. But the time has come for the next challenge. Here we go, guys. This next CAD vs. CAD battle in our finals of the 2026 Summer Open between Ricardo Jean, our number 3 seed, 3-time tournament champion from Brazil, going up against MEHTAB, 2-time tournament champion from Bangladesh. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this multi-body part or assembly? In XXX.X grams, the tolerance is plus or minus 0.1 grams. And wow, we got a doozy here for these guys. So this is going to be a good challenge from both of our runners. Let's see how they approach it. So we've got Ricardo on the left running SolidWorks. We've got MEHTAB on the right running SolidWorks. And wow, what a model. This is a tier 7 challenge. So a lot of features are going to go into this. And again, you got to think about this in terms of discretizing the model. Where do we begin? What does our first extrusion look like? Looks like both of them are sketching up the 138 by 78 rectangle. Looks like both of them are getting in there and adding fillets to that rectangle. And let's just see who turns this into a solid first. Looks like it's going to be, let's see here. It's very close.
Very, very close.
Looks like it's probably going to be Ricardo. First blood, but wow, MEHTAB right behind him.
Yes.
Pushing out that model, getting that solid geometry in place. Wow. Guys, this is interesting.
Yes. Kind of looks like the exact same ratio for a can of Spam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be a can of Spam. You're right. This is really interesting. So both of our runners doing almost the exact same thing at almost the exact same time. Very, very cool to see here. Looks like actually, maybe I misspoke there. Maybe I spoke a little too fast. It looks like actually Ricardo opting to maybe get in and take care of the internal geometry, where MEHTAB here is taking care of more of the external geometry, that extra kind of lip there. You can see in the 2D drawing, you've got that lip on the top, you've got that lip on the bottom, but then there's an additional kind of area on the bottom of this part as well. This is like one of those baskets you might see going into the bathroom. Sometimes we see these when we're camping. People have these kind of waterproof baskets with them. Wow, so really interesting. So Ricardo Jean on the left looks like he's opting to use offset entities and then dropping in some driven dimensions to make sure that he's got that geometry the correct size. So I like that. That's a cool approach there.
Yeah.
And we see MEHTAB on the right creating that upper shape. Both of our runners creating that upper shape and using the convert entities function to get that upper shape in place. But MEHTAB looks like he's pulling ahead. He's got that upper shape in place. He thought about, maintaining the internal geometry when he created that feature, where Ricardo had to kind of take a step back and create it. So now I think we're going to see them kind of deviating. I think that first feature is probably the most intuitive one to get in place first, but now we may end up seeing them deviating with the game plan from one screen to the other. So we see MEHTAB on the right getting up there and creating that kind of upper geometry where the handle is going to need to mount. So we do try to teach people how to model in 3D CAD by modeling real world parts. It's like the core of our philosophy. Learn by doing, learn how to model your own parts by modeling real world parts and kind of addressing the challenges you run into. And this is a perfect example of that. When you're creating a basket like this, you're going to put a handle through this thing. It needs to have a place that it's going to mount. And so MEHTAB getting in there and creating that area where the handle is going to mount and doing so quite quickly. Very tight tolerance on this model as well, Connor, plus or minus 0.1 grams. So not much room for people to mess up or forget a feature or anything like that. You really got to be sharp and make sure you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Also, another one of these kind of nasty drawings where the customer has given us the inside bend radius really not making it easy if you're a CAD engineer, if you're a design engineer. But MEHTAB looks like he's going to be taking an approach that we've seen many times in this tournament, and one that I respect and appreciate, creating that layout geometry to aid with the creation of these dimensions. If you're newer to the world of 3D CAD, take note. This is a really, really valuable workflow here, it's not really a workaround, it's just a technique that you can use when the customer gives you geometry that's problematic. But oh no, look at this. Looks like SolidWorks in what is so often the SolidWorks way. Looks like the SolidWorks program has defined geometry unexpectedly on MEHTAB's screen and left him with a little bit of an over-defined error there. It looks like he got around it pretty quick, but man, I hate it when that happens, when something shouldn't be defined and it is. Yeah. I definitely had that happen a few times while I was auditing this thing. But look at MEHTAB getting through that geometry, no sweat. He took a little bit of a hiccup there and got through it, no sweat. And look at him getting in there and creating the geometry for that handle. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Very impressive.
Yeah, I was going to comment on the height of the handle looking a little bit too large on MEHTAB's, but he cleaned that up right away.
Sure, yeah. So... yeah, and these things are designed so that that handle can kind of swing down and swing over the side, So you could maybe use a feature like insert features move body and then rotate that handle down if you wanted to do a check to make sure that it is in fact the correct height if you were actually manufacturing this thing. And now we see MEHTAB creating a sketch of a rectangle here at 11 by 11, and it looks like he's opting not to do it with a sketch pattern. So
a little unsurprising.
Yeah, a little unsurprising. So let's see how he does. It looks like he's using a linear feature pattern here, creating the geometry for those notch outs. You can see on the drawing those notch outs have a uniform spacing in both directions. And so MEHTAB looks like he's going to be opting to do this as a linear pattern. Of course, one of the questions we often get in support is there a good way in SolidWorks to pattern it in both directions and then pattern it up in the other direction as well? And generally speaking, what MEHTAB is doing here is what I think you have to do in SolidWorks. You have to do that, linear pattern and then do a second linear pattern. MEHTAB was ready for it. Looked like he planned for it and looked like he had no problem constructing that.
Yeah.
And now we see RICARDO Gene on the left opting to create this with a linear sketch pattern, kind of maybe trolling MEHTAB a little bit there.
Yeah.
Guys, as always, please let us know in the chat if anything sounds too loud, too quiet, if we sound good here, if the audio sounds good, if the music sounds good, if everything sounds good. We appreciate that feedback.
Looks like RICARDO might also be trolling us because he's not doing the double linear pattern, or at least it doesn't look like it from my angle.
Yeah, interesting. Like RICARDO getting in here, creating this geometry, adding in the location there to the center. Looks like he's adding the location from the bottom now. And really getting this thing kind of locked down proper, which is, I appreciate it's important.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, SolidWorks doing it. This is why MEHTAB and I don't like linear pattern, because linear pattern. Oh, MEHTAB implementing an Ivan exploit there. Minor one, but definitely there.
Yes.
Definitely there. And MEHTAB also recognizing that this part does have an additional feature on it that could have easily been overlooked. We see MEHTAB now going through and assigning the material to the handle, going through and assigning the material to the main bucket. And I think we're going to see an answer coming in here. We're going to watch the chat. And MEHTAB comes in with his answer, 156.7 grams. And that is correct.
Hey!
And wow, guys, we all win. Put a 1 in the chat for MEHTAB. We get to take this thing to a third battle. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Wow, wow, wow. What a battle there. And MEHTAB really had that thing planned out and really just kind of went through coast to coast. Really didn't make any mistakes that I saw. And really was just kind of able to get that thing all defined, all modeled up there, followed the drawing. Wow, sub 8 minutes.
That was cool.
Finishing that thing, really, really impressive. The correct answer is 156.7 grams, plus or minus 0.1 grams. And that point is going to go to MEHTAB.
Very
wow.
Nice.
Wow, wow, wow. 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Would have taken me much longer. Ivan exploit for the win. We saw people talking about the Ivan exploit earlier. Yeah, that was kind of interesting because MEHTAB did the pattern of the pattern. He didn't really have the option to skip instances. And I was wondering how he was going to handle that. And I think he really did it well. you know, solving that thing and getting that out of there. One note that I'll just make here for all of you at home that are watching, you can, in a spot like that, you could definitely consider doing that with a fill pattern. That would be a great spot to do a fill pattern. You could just draw one of those cut extrudes and then fill pattern. So be sure to practice that as well. Be sure to practice your fill patterns. When spots like this come up, it kind of saves you having to do that extra pattern and then have to skip that instance. But I gotta tell you, even when MEHTAB ran into that, he just was able to blast right through it. Very, very impressive. Congratulations to MEHTAB earning that point. And that means that we all win because now we get to go to a third battle between these Titans. So, wow, guys. GG to MEHTAB, GG to RICARDO. And here we go into what could be our final battle. Whoops. Could be our final battle here. And, man, this is awesome, guys.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is so cool.
All right, let's get guesses in.
Yeah, guys, bring in your guesses here.
Model.
We got the wheel. Wait.
Yeah, I was thinking, because we were talking about how RICARDO and Dom are often cited as people who other people learn from. And I was thinking, who is the most referenced speed modeler ever? And it probably is Ivan.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
The Ivan exploit is definitely a very popular exploit in the lore of Too Tall Toby.
Yeah.
So, guys, we are just waiting here for the wheel. We want to spin the wheel here, but it looks like the page is going unresponsive. So, let's see. I'm not sure. Oh no, the page went unresponsive. Come on, wheel, come back to. There we go. That's what we were waiting for.
Nice.
All right, guys. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the wheel when you're in this tournament. That is definitely
it's very taboo.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the wheel.
Yeah.
So my first time here. This is very exciting. Can't wait to practice and join the tournament one day. Yeah, you can always join us on Mondays. We do what's called Model Monday Live. It's your chance to compete against the other runners, the other speed modelers in the community, and we we're always happy to have everybody there and competing against one another. Yeah. So. Guys, we're just going to give this thing a spin, and here we go. I jumped on it right away. And it looks like it's going to be, wait a second, 32.
Hey, nice.
Yo.
I like how Isant654 did stick to his guess from before with 5.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
yes.
5. Still thinking it's going to be 5.
Yes.
Good. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to remove that. Thanks again to Hightail for sponsoring the Wheel of Fate. And let's get that final challenge ready for these runners. Good luck to our runners. That was a really tricky model, one that had a lot of different areas in it. Had some real nasty stuff when it came to the dimensions on that thing.
Yes.
What is the prize? The prize is a prize package from 3D Connection, including a Space Mouse wireless kit, and then also a 3D printer for our champion. And of course, recognition from the entire CAD community for being the champion. And of course, we've also got the tournament wall of fame at tootalltoby.com, which you can only get on if you do in fact secure a tournament championship.
Yes.
These guys who are running today each have multiple tournament championships. So very, very impressive. And wow, this is good. Yeah. All right, guys. This is Insta says this is better than FIFA World Cup. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
There have been some interesting matches too. If you guys saw the Croatia game last night, man, it was brutal.
Yeah,
it was a real heartbreaker at the end there. But guys, listen. Good luck to all of our runners, and this is gonna be awesome. This is what you've been waiting for. Shake it off, MEHTAB, RICARDO. Shake it off. Get yourselves ready. Get yourselves ready for a good battle, a good model. I got a feeling this one is going to be really good.
Yeah.
And any final thoughts, Connor, before we do this?
I mean, make sure to hit that live button in the bottom left.
Hit the live button. That's good.
This is it.
Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. Type it in the chat who you're rooting for this. This is probably going to be it. I mean, we do have some tiebreakers in case nobody can solve it.
Yeah.
But considering how good both of these guys are, I think this is probably going to be it. So hit the live button, type in the chat who you think it's going to be or who you're rooting for. And it's okay if you're rooting for both of them. That's fine, too. I just feel
that's what we are.
I just feel so lucky that we get to see another match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be crazy no matter what happens.
Yeah. This is...
And if I... Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I'm rooting for a tie. Yeah, that's kind of how Connor and I are, too.
Yeah.
Lazarethan Shah Says, I'm rooting for a tie. Yeah, that's how you know.
I'm rooting for a tie so that we can get Model 13 from last stream.
Yeah.
Back on here.
Gotta get that back on the wheel.
Yeah.
Go MEHTAB. Ricardo forever. Rooting for a speedy modeling. Let's go. MEHTAB with a clutch comeback. Let's go. Way better than FIFA World Cup. Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're trying. All right. Well, listen, guys. Here we go. This is it. Probably the final match here. The winner of this battle is probably going to be the winner of the tournament. Ricardo Jean has 1 point. He's our number 3 seed. He's a 3-time tournament winner from Brazil. And MEHTAB has 1 point. He's a 2-time winner from Bangladesh. Both SolidWorks users. Here we go, Connor. This final CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this multi-body part or assembly in XXX.X grams? This is a potato smasher, and you can see here this is a multi-part assembly or multi-body part, and both of our runners have already grabbed the screen capture, and both of our runners are jumping into their CAD system. We have Ricardo Jean on the left, we have MEHTAB on the right, and this is it, guys. Good luck. Put some encouragement in the chat. And Gray says, OMG. Wow. Looks like we got 165 million people viewing right now. Thank you, Bosan. We got Ricardo Jean on the left. Looks like he's starting out with the shape of the handle. And I think what we're going to see here from him is going to be what we call a revolve. We got MEHTAB on the right, and it looks like he is starting out with the shape of the handle. And so it looks like what we're going to see from him is what we call a revolve. And this drawing isn't nearly as tricky, I think, as the previous two. I think the previous two definitely had that whole inside bend radius thing going, which makes them tricky. This one's less tricky, but I think it's probably a little more involved. That's for sure. And obviously there's one very tricky area of the geometry, which I'm sure that both of our runners are going to be able to figure out when the time comes. But looks like Ricardo on the left, drawing first blood, getting that revolve in place, already has a hole and a fillet running through it. And MEHTAB here now kind of trying to play catch up a little bit, getting the same shapes, kind of following in step here, getting the hole in place. Look at how quickly he's able to go from a sketch to an extruded cut. And let's see where these guys go from here. We can see that, these models that we create at tootalltoby, they are constructed to kind of represent real world parts. So that means that within that handle, there's going to be a pocket to hold the legs of the arms of this potato smasher. So Jericulus says they are so good. Yeah, they are both so good. They're both so fast. Yeah. This is another spot here. You can see MEHTAB on the right, maybe running into a little bit of a hiccup here. This is a spot where, you want to design in context. You want to design your different components so that they fit together. This is something we do a lot with 3D printing when you're designing multiple parts that are meant to fit together. So MEHTAB trying to create that pocket as just like a standalone feature is maybe causing him a little bit of a hang up because he's maybe not sure what the correct depth of that feature is. So really, really interesting to kind of see how they are thinking through this challenge and how they're going to end up ultimately solving it. Can't wait to see where this one goes.
Yeah. Look, the other ones were deceivingly complicated, and this one is less complicated because you can just tell it is. It's not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Or with the basket and the one before that, it was the holder. They were both just weird and they didn't look weird at first.
Yeah. This one, right when you look at it right away, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
This is
not sub 5.
This is gonna take a little bit of time. I Am Spider says this is so dramatic. Yeah, I agree. Yes. They are both so good. I like Ricardo's approach. Says Enthunjam. Very nice. Very interesting here. It's kind of hard to tell, with Ricardo having the geometry displayed in wireframe like that, it's kind of hard to tell which part is which. It certainly becomes easier when you can see the different colors of the parts, but yeah, it looks like he's on the right track, and certainly he knows his way around a good multi-body design. Interesting that both of our runners opted to save that smasher part of it for the end of their run.
Yeah.
Naveed says tier 4. No, this one is a tier 6. Believe it or not, tier 6.
I think that one of the things that RICARDO has done for the community, which I could be wrong here, I haven't done a crazy amount of research into it, but I didn't really start seeing other people use the transparent view until RICARDO really started doing it.
He does leverage that quite a bit. He's very comfortable with that wireframe transparency.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Wow, interesting. So MEHTAB's already got both of those arms constructed, but looks like maybe he's just taking a moment and kind of trying to keep track of what was happening or what is happening with his model.
Yeah.
Who is going to get this thing finished up? Are there after game interviews? We do sometimes do that. Yep, that's a great question, and definitely something that we could consider doing again. We usually do it like the following week or so.
Yeah.
We could interview our runners. I think right after the match would be pretty good. They're probably both so shell shocked.
Yeah.
All right, interesting here. So it almost looks like RICARDO may be already trying to get into some of the geometry for that potato smasher. It's kind of interesting how that thing is defined. If you go back and look at the 2D drawing, there's a lot of this is offset by this amount, this is offset by this amount, and so RICARDO Gene going through and creating the slots first, I think is probably the most logical approach. This will definitely be a fun one for members of the community to try to model. And of course, we always take the models from the tournament. We add them to the library at tootalltoby. So, this is something that you'll get a chance to try as well. Stu3D says the outline of the base part looks like a nightmare. It definitely can be. You could definitely let that sketch get out of control. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to learn and practice some best practices while you're going through and creating geometry like this. But that's how the real world is. You're going to end up with parts like this, and you're going to have to know how to handle it. Serial Sal is in the chat.
Hey,
tootalltoby superstar, Serial Sal. Hello all. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Guys, looks like we got 188 people watching, so please take a moment and hit the like button if you're enjoying this stream. Be sure to maybe share what we're doing here with other people. Let them know about the tournament. Take some footage of yourself watching the tournament on your TV. Post that on social media or send it to us on Discord. We'll put together a compilation of different people watching.
Yes.
So interesting, MEHTAB really getting caught up on those legs. It looks like the legs are pretty well defined, but I think maybe he's just struggling to understand where they're supposed to be located. We see also, as we mentioned earlier, SolidWorks doing the thing that SolidWorks does, which is to give you a fully defined sketch when you don't want it, when you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And MEHTAB definitely running into an issue there as well. Ending up with a sketch there that for some reason is fully defined. He's got some kind of a rogue dimension. Look at him. He just says, I'm getting rid of the whole sketch. I'll just start over.
Yeah.
Wow. MEHTAB, brave.
It's bold.
Yeah, it's bold. Meanwhile, RICARDO Gene on the left, slow and steady. Well, not really slow and steady, but definitely steady, fast and steady.
Yeah.
Going through here and getting this kind of nightmarish area of this part modeled up. It's got kind of a curve on one end. It's got a lot of kind of complicated sketch geometry included in it. So really interesting to see how he's going through this and how he's going to manage this. But looks like he's making some progress on this thing. He's not messing around. Let's see what he ends up doing. Look at this. Looks like he's maybe going into an extrude, or he's only selecting here. Is this an option in SolidWorks? Can you just select and then choose to extrude? Wow, look at that.
Wow.
So he's got some kind of a hotkey set up. He was able to select those regions. He's now turning those regions into an extrusion. Wow.
That was intense.
Holy smokes. That was some sketch management right there.
Oh, and then he's got no spoilers, but that was RICARDO's playing it smart. RICARDO's playing it really smart here. No spoilers.
No spoilers, but wow.
No hints. No helping.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. In the chat, we have Anu saying, is this only SolidWorks? For this final, both runners are using SolidWorks. However, for this tournament, it is what do you call it? A CAD agnostic?
Yep, CAD agnostic. That's right. We've had CAD users from all over the world using all different CAD systems. Hi BMO says, what are the requirements to participate in this tournament? Just visit us at tootalltoby.com/tournament or tournaments, and you'll see all the rules in the FAQs. But basically, you just need a CAD system and an internet connection.
Yeah.
Those are the main things. Wow, then use the double mirror. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really. This is Ricardo Jean here, guys. You guys are witnessing a master at his trade.
Yeah.
And look at this thing. We're less than 10 minutes into this. You know, when you first look at something like this, you think to yourself, like, wow, that would probably take me an hour to model that up.
Yeah.
And or longer, depending on your skill level. Yeah. And Ricardo Jean is coming down the home stretch here.
Really with the triple mirror.
10-minute mark, yeah.
Well,
doing multiple mirrors there, but I think he's doing that intentionally so that the bodies don't merge together unexpectedly. You know, he mirrored the lower base and then he's mirroring the upper part. So we're going to watch the chat here. The answer comes in the chat, 144.064. That is not correct.
Oh.
That is not correct. So the answer came in from Ricardo, 144.064. That is not correct. I see the answer came in twice, but that's okay. It was the same answer. He's just making sure that it went through the chat. So that is not correct. I'm going to remove the top one, but that only counts as one of his answers. Ricardo Jean, you can answer incorrectly, and then you can try again. So Ricardo Jean answered incorrectly the first time, and came in with his answer, which was 144.064. Now remember, please don't help in the chat. Do not help in the chat. If you see what's wrong or you think you see what's wrong or anything like that, don't help. These guys worked really hard to get to this point. But Ricardo Jean potentially opening the door for MEHTAB. You do not want to make a mistake against MEHTAB because he will capitalize.
Yeah.
So Ricardo Jean potentially opening the door for MEHTAB. He's going to need to now go through his sketch, go through his model, look at his sketches, look at his features, and he's going to need to try to figure out what went wrong. You know, and this is kind of the hard thing, is that you can only answer incorrectly once.
Yeah.
Only answer incorrectly once. So now Ricardo Jean has to try to find a mistake, but he also has to try to figure out if that's the only mistake or if there's multiple mistakes. And that's where things get a little bit tricky. Serial Sal in the chat says, it would take a couple of days for me. Yeah. You look at a model like this potato smasher and you think, well, that's going to be the next couple of days for me. Yeah. Be amazing to see somebody compete with OpenSCAD in the future. Yep, we do have a competitor and a regular on the channel called Jern. He uses Build 123D, which is another Python scripting type of CAD system, and this is definitely one that you could check out. It's called Build 123D. You can search my channel for Build 123D. You can actually see footage of him competing, and he also posts speedruns sometimes on the tootalltoby platform. Direculus says, is this model free in the tootalltoby library? This one probably won't be free. This one will probably be for the premium users. This is kind of a special model, but definitely consider signing up for premium. It's a fantastic way to learn. And if you're a student, you can also check out cadpractice.com. You can talk to your educator and get them to purchase cadpractice.com so all the students can use it. Wow. So again, MEHTAB potentially capitalizing on this opportunity. We've got Ricardo Jean on the left, and what Ricardo Jean is doing now is he's going through, he's looking at his materials, he's looking at his sketches, his dimensions, his features. He's trying to figure out maybe what went wrong there. His first answer was 144.064 grams, and that is not correct. We're looking for the answer in xxx.x grams, and it's plus or minus 0.1. So now it's up to Ricardo to, he's feeling the pressure from MEHTAB, but it's up to him to kind of go through and look at the drawing, and then go through and look at his individual features to try to figure out if there is a mismatch. There must be a mismatch somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise he would have the correct answer. If you're in the audience and you think you maybe see what he did wrong, you could definitely say that in the chat. You could say, I think I see it, but please don't actually say what it is. You could say, I think I see it, but don't say what it is that is actually wrong.
Yeah.
And it looks like Ricardo is double checking some dimensions from the sketch and trying to see if he can figure out what maybe went wrong here. Thujam says, are there any CATIA V5 practice or tips and tricks on the website? Yeah, absolutely. We have a very talented CATIA V5 user, MCGA, make CATIA great again. And he posts some of the fastest speed runs we've ever seen. And you can watch his speed runs on the Too Tall Toby channel. And he's fantastic. So fun to see the Masters at work. Greetings from Norway. Thank you. Palamleon. Thank you. And it looks like Ricardo Jean double checking his work, seeing if he can't figure out what exactly is going on here and what potentially is the issue with this model.
This might be coming in with an answer, though.
And we're going to keep an eye on the chat. And Ricardo Jean comes in with his second answer, 142.67, and that is not correct, Connor.
That's actually 142.467.
142.467, and that is not correct, Connor.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry. Thank you. Yes.
Just in case.
And that is not correct. So what this means is that Ricardo Jean has answered twice incorrectly, and he has opened the door for MEHTAB, who has not yet submitted an answer. However, it also means that we bring up the Clock of Doom. And so the Clock of Doom is a special feature that we use here in these Too Tall Toby tournaments. And basically what it means is that MEHTAB is now on the clock. He's got 5 minutes to solve this thing. And if you're MEHTAB, you're definitely feeling the pressure. 5 minutes feels like a long time, but it also feels like a very short time, especially when you've got a complicated sketch like this. Yeah. So we see MEHTAB in the chat, we see MEHTAB on the right going through, modeling up this part. Can he model it up successfully? That is the question. Yeah. He's in the most complicated part of the model, but I gotta say, it looks like he's not only coming down the home stretch, but he's actually using sketch pattern. This must drive him nuts. Must drive him nuts to have to use sketch pattern here. He says, I just need to get this done.
It's intense.
Yeah. And look how fast he was able to mirror that. My goodness. Wow, guys, this is it. 4 minutes left on the Clock of Doom. MEHTAB coming down the home stretch, creating this feature, which it looks like he's got the sketch fully defined. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, Ricardo Jean has answered twice, which means that he is not eligible to answer again. Meanwhile, MEHTAB is constructing what appears to be the final feature of this model and is doing some work here. I'm just curious as to what he's doing. What he's working on here. I don't want to say anything. We're just going to let the master work. I think MEHTAB is he's a little shooken up here from having to use the sketch pattern, so he's not sure where to go from here. I think that using that sketch pattern really messed him up. So he's doing it interesting. Okay.
I'll let him.
Yeah, we're gonna let him work.
No comments.
3 minutes. Yep. Yeah. We're gonna let him work through this. He's looking at the drawing. He's looking at the drawing. He's looking at his model. He's trying to figure out where to go from here.
Remember to hit that live button, bottom left.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget to hit the live button, and don't forget to hit the like button as well. We got 213 people watching.
Wow.
We are in the finals of this CAD vs. CAD tournament. We're looking at a tier 6 model here. We've got both of our runners are trying their best to figure out how to get this thing across the finish line. Ricardo has answered twice incorrectly, so Ricardo is ineligible. And we've got MEHTAB here who is trying to get he's just got these final couple of features. He's just got to get them across the finish line. But he's just experiencing a little bit of trouble getting these final features down. Yep, we're down to the final 1 minute and 40 seconds here. Okay, it looks like he's going to do a cut extrude offset from surface. Gonna adjust his feature scope there, so he's only gonna be cutting that lower section. Okay, it's good. 1 minute and 22 seconds now. Let's see what MEHTAB is able to do. Do you believe in miracles? He's definitely feeling the pressure. You can tell. Okay, looking at the drawing, trying to find out what this appropriate dimension is here. This is going to be really close, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
This is going to be really, really close.
45.
For some reason, SolidWorks giving him a thin feature there. It looks like he's doing a little bit of cleanup, or maybe picking those regions. Okay, good. Just trying to figure out. All right, good use of merge. And wow, SolidWorks giving him a 0 thickness error. No. Guys, we're down to the final seconds here. Okay, it looks like he's going to do a Hail Mary. He's going to just fire something in. MEHTAB comes in with his answer just in time, 78.7 grams. But that is not correct, and so we go to a tiebreaker.
Wow.
Let's go. MEHTAB says, bro, 5 more minutes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow. What a battle here in the finals. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
And Ricardo, Gene, it looks like maybe you did find what your answer was. Do you want to type in your answer just to see if you got it right? I saw Ricardo, Gene found an incorrect length of that slot and then corrected it and then realized there was another incorrect length of the slot. Ricardo Jean comes in with his answer, 140.411, and that is correct. The correct answer is 140.5 plus or minus 0.1 grams. 140.411 is correct. Yes. But unfortunately, Ricardo Jean used both of his correct answers. Unfortunately for him, but fortunate for us. We get to see another match.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. And so we continue the battle. Oops, this is the wrong slide. We continue the battle.
I can't imagine how MEHTAB must have felt when that 0 thickness error came up.
Yeah, nobody likes seeing the 0 thickness error. That's for
I got
sure.
10 seconds left. I'm going to make it. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
0 thickness.
Nobody likes seeing that 0 thickness error. Nobody likes it when that pops up. So we are going to go to another battle here for these guys, and just running into a little minor issue here with the PowerPoint. The old PowerPoint's getting a little bit raggedy here. So ignore the battle for third place, but what we're going to do here is we're going to get the next drawing ready for our runners. So let me get that ready. I'm going to get the tiebreaker ready. And Connor, any advice for our runners here going into this?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, but mostly just keep on breathing.
Keep on breathing.
Take this moment in between matches to center yourself again.
Oh, nice.
And prepare for the tiebreaker, because this is for all the marbles.
Yes, a tiebreaker for all the marbles.
Yes.
It's not the battle for third place. It is.
It's not the battle for third place.
It's not the battle for third place.
You also have the.
Let me switch back here to full webcam. I'm gonna fix this issue over here.
You also have the. I think I was thinking about this before this live stream, but if you have Ricardo win, then he does cement himself as the 4-time winner, and also having won 2 more tournaments than second place. So if we're thinking about this in tennis terms, he has won by 2. But if you have MEHTAB win, on the other hand,
I'm with you.
Then you would have, now we have 2 3-time tournament winners, which I think calls for a tiebreaker, which maybe we would see an exhibition match sometime in the future for that, or maybe they would both enter another tournament in maybe the next tournament, the world one, and we would see a full, proper tiebreaker, 2 3-time winners, who is the top dog.
Yeah, I like
be fun
that.
to watch.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think that, first of all, I think that we all win, right?
Yes.
We definitely all win. And I think that you know, I think it's really cool to see the idea of like having 2 different 3-time tournament winners.
Yes.
It's so cool that we're here with these multi-tournament winners. These are the only guys that have won multiple tournaments in the whole spiel.
Yeah.
Like these are the only 2 guys who have won multiple tournaments, and they're both here with us today. They're both getting ready to battle. That last match could have gone either way.
Yeah.
MEHTAB, I think everybody, you shake it off, buddy. We've all been there. Definitely in sports, you call that the yips a little bit.
Yeah.
Got a case of the yips a little bit there. Couldn't just extrude that complicated sketch to 6 millimeters.
Yeah.
Got stuck extruding it to 25 millimeters and then trying to shell it and then trying to cut extrude it down. And I think that we've all been there before when you're trying to do some things. For me, it's always been in front of the customers. I'm trying to do something in front of the customers. And you know, I realize I'm in a weird spot. I try to do a workaround. I do this super complicated thing, and then the customer says like, couldn't you have just done an extrusion to 6 millimeters? And then I'm like, oh, of course, I just bombed the whole demo. So we've all been there, and no worries. Shake it off and just know that you're not alone, man.
Yeah. I like Zero Sal's response. Just blame it on SolidWorks.
Just blame it on SolidWorks. Yeah, there we go. Just blame it on SolidWorks. All right, guys. Well, here we go. MEHTAB says yes. Guntis says yes. I love kitchen utensils. Yeah, exactly. This is the kind of stuff that Guntis loves modeling up. We have a in tootalltoby.com. There's an area where users can submit their own CAD challenges for the community, and Guntis has submitted some pretty complicated kitchen utensils. So it's another good section to check out if you haven't been in there before. All right, guys. Well, here we go. Listen, everybody put a 1 in the chat if you're enjoying the live stream. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to share this with some other people. We are here at the finals. Both of our runners have 1 point. The 3rd match was a push, and so now we get to move on to the 4th match, the tiebreaker, and we'll see who wins this one, who wins the point on this one. If nobody wins the point on this one, if it's another push, well, we got another tiebreaker. So it's all good.
Nice.
But for now, let's get into this next battle between RICARDO Gene. He's got 1 point so far. You need 2 points to win the tournament. He's a 3-time tournament winner from Brazil using SolidWorks. Going up against MEHTAB. He's a 2-time tournament winner. He's from Bangladesh. He's using SolidWorks as well. Here we go. This next CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this part in XXX pounds? X.XX pounds. So both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture of this part. Both of our runners are jumping into their 3D CAD. And here we go. Let's take a look at this CAD vs. CAD battle. Let's see how they get through this thing. So we've got RICARDO Gene on the left using SolidWorks. We've got MEHTAB on the right using SolidWorks. This is kind of an older model from one of our past tournaments. Complicated model. It's got a lot of features in it, a lot of dimensions on that drawing, but very representative of a kind of pump housing, some type of a housing that you might have in a hydraulic system. And both of our runners are attempting to model this thing up, come up with a game plan. Let's see how they handle it. Looks like RICARDO Gene, very, very typical to his style, is just starting on the base, starting on the floor, and kind of working his way up. Meanwhile, MEHTAB on the right is modeling up that kind of upper section. This is a part that's in inches, which both of our runners are not from the United States, and so modeling in inches might be a little bit unfamiliar for them, but looks like they're both getting through it. And MEHTAB drawing first blood, getting that kind of slotted shape, that upper region in place there. Boy, this is interesting, seeing RICARDO going up against somebody who really gives him a run for his money.
Yeah.
This is good stuff here. And RICARDO Gene getting that kind of complicated shape in place, kind of getting the foundation, laying the foundation for this design, and now moving on to that level to begin to create this kind of slotted shape for this thing.
It was an odd shape. Kind of looks like a palm nailer.
Yeah. It's definitely got a weird shape to it. Again, kind of trying to derive some of our models from real world parts. Sometimes we have to take some liberties to make them, make them interesting, make the challenges interesting. This is also one from a little while back. I feel like back then some of the models I was creating were a little more abstract, particularly referring to that kind of upper chamber. I mean, I guess there could be some kind of a sensor or something sitting in that upper chamber, but usually you don't have like an upper chamber that just doesn't go anywhere. Usually it exhausts to somewhere.
Yeah.
But Yeah, really interesting to see how both these guys are doing. Look at MEHTAB on the right. Already has that lower section done. Already has that slotted section done. Maybe this is a case of kind of planning out a little bit better of a game plan, is allowing him to kind of pull ahead here. Wow, MEHTAB is really moving through this thing. I know that we're just looking down on it from the top, so we can't necessarily see everything that he's doing. But look at that. Look at that.
That's cool.
Right on cue. He rotates it so we can see it.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you, MEHTAB. And MEHTAB really moving through this thing. They're really on par with each other, says Yuzik Zuku. Nice.
Yeah. That guy's watching 3 a.m. for them in Philippines.
3 a.m. in the Philippines.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
I think that they are on par with each other. I think that RICARDO and MEHTAB are probably the top speed modelers right now. I don't think that's a crazy statement to say.
Yeah, they're both crushing this year. Yep. They both won I think they both have won tournaments this year. I think RICARDO won the Winter Open. Or the Winter Freeze.
Yeah, that was his third win.
Yep, and that was earlier this year. So they are both on fire this year. And
yeah.
Wow.
And then obviously MEHTAB won the Fusion one earlier. That was this year.
And look at how, do you think that maybe the lead has changed now? I mean, look at how quick RICARDO Gene caught up there.
Wow.
And now has that upper section with the holes in it ready to go.
Wow. Well, it looks like MEHTAB was just working on other stuff.
Just working in a different area.
Yeah, because he's got, I actually don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Wow. They're both super fast. 12:30 a.m. in India. Thank you for joining us from India. Appreciate it. This is so fire. Thank you, Sawyer. And Serial Sass, I'm not sure who's ahead. This is definitely close.
Well, that was interesting. MEHTAB extruded with an offset, it looked like, where RICARDO he extruded the part first and then moved it down.
MEHTAB, once again, leveraging an Ivan exploit there. And we may end up seeing an answer coming into the chat here. We're going to keep an eye on the chat. And MEHTAB comes in with this answer, 4.502. That is not correct. That is not correct within tolerance. 4.502. Not correct. Keep going. MEHTAB is allowed, our runners are allowed to answer incorrect one time and then are able to answer correctly. His first answer, 4.502, not correct. MEHTAB going around trying to figure out what maybe he did wrong or what maybe he was missing, potentially opening the door here for RICARDO. And we are watching the chat. This is high pressure here. MEHTAB taking a look at his model, trying to figure out if anything is amiss. This is where things get really, really high stress right here.
Yeah.
This is a spot where you can definitely end up winning or losing the entire tournament. This is about as high stress as it can get, I think. You could literally win or lose the entire tournament. MEHTAB comes in with his second answer, 4.54 pounds. And that is correct.
Hey.
And MEHTAB takes it down, securing his role as the champion of the 2026 Summer Open. The correct answer is 4.54 pounds in that tiebreaker. We got to see him go to 4 matches. Holy smokes. What a battle between our runners. OMG. I can't believe it. That was so awesome to watch. My goodness, my dog is getting freaked out. He thinks that I'm having a heart attack or something. Holy smokes, guys. That was amazing. Amazing battles there from our runners the entire time. RICARDO in the chat. GG. MEHTAB says, GG, RICARDO. I passed Cobra CAD for the win.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go. Wow, 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 guys. What an awesome battle from our runners, and congratulations, huge congratulations to MEHTAB for the win. Oh my goodness, guys.
That was intense.
That was so close at the end. RICARDO Gene says MEHTAB is a genius. Guys, put a 1 in the chat for our winner. Put a GG in the chat for our winner. Rockcrawler says half for first, half for second. Awesome show. Thank you, my friend. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing, guys. So awesome. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a GG in the chat. Put everything in the chat, guys. GG to the winner. GG to both of our runners for putting on such an awesome show here today. But there can only be one tournament champion. And that tournament champ, you can see down here, it says MEHTAB 2x tournament champion. No. MEHTAB, 3x tournament winner, our tournament champion, MEHTAB. Congratulations. Absolutely epic. Victor K coming in with some super chat as well. Thank you, my friend. Jim Yu coming in with some super chat as well. So awesome.
Wow.
Fantastic runners. Fantastic tournament. Awesome fight. Well deserved. Holy smokes, guys. This was so cool to watch. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this tournament. Huge congratulations to our tournament champion, 3 times tournament champion, MEHTAB. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations.
What a final battle, huh? Going all the way to 4 rounds. MEHTAB submitting an incorrect answer, getting in there, figuring out what he had wrong. 4.54 pounds was the correct answer in that tiebreaker. Not an easy model. None of those models were easy. They all required a lot of planning. And wow. Awesome, guys. Thank you all so much, all of you in the chat. We are going to wind things down now, but thank you all so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to visit our sponsors. We've got links down below in the description for all of our sponsors. Visit them, bookmark them, give them some love. Let them know that you saw the tournament and that you appreciate their sponsorship. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We really couldn't have these tournaments without all of you. And thank you to Hightail.io, our title sponsor for this tournament. And thank you to you, Connor.
Thank you.
Amazing roommate, pro-level co-commentary, and an on-cheap user.
Yes.
Thank you. So awesome having you in here. I'm really honored to be with you for this finals.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here.
Yeah, this was cool, man.
That was intense.
I
wasn't really rooting for anybody in the sense of, like, I like this person more because I like both of these runners a lot. I will admit, I was kind of hoping MEHTAB would win so we can get that 3-20 versus 3-20.
Yeah.
But
the next tournament's going to be the 3-time winner versus the 3-time winner.
Yeah. So I really hope that both of these runners, MEHTAB and RICARDO, if you guys are still here, please join the world tournament.
Yeah.
And I really hope that I see both of you guys match again.
But I got a feeling from the chat there may be a new champion waiting to arise.
Yeah, there's a lot of new people coming in.
Yeah, we saw a lot of new people in the chat today. So guys, if you want to get live stream links and reminders for upcoming live streams and for the upcoming tournaments, visit us at tootalltoby.com/calendar. It's a little bit empty right now. I'm going to be updating it over the weekend. So you'll see on Monday, everything will be updated. And of course, you can join us this Monday for Model Monday Live. But tootalltoby.com/calendar to get those live stream links and reminders. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share and reshare. Don't forget to sign up for a free account at tootalltoby.com. And guys, I'll see you Monday. Monday, we're going to do Model Monday Live, 1 p.m. East Coast. And man, this was so awesome.
Yes, agreed.
Thank you all so much to the amazing chat. And once again, huge congratulations to our tournament champion, MEHTAB. Wow, man, that was great. That was an awesome job. You did an awesome job today, MEHTAB.
Yeah.
And congratulations. Guys, I hope you all have a great weekend. Here in the States, it is a holiday. It's the anniversary of when the United States was founded, the 4th of July, Independence Day, 1776, 250 years ago. So it is a big weekend this weekend. So everybody be safe out there, especially out on the roads. Be careful with the fireworks if you guys are using fireworks. Yeah. And enjoy yourselves. It's real hot out there. So make sure if you do go out for the day, if you go out to a parade or anything, take a bunch of water with you. Okay, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you stay cool. Look for spots where you can stay in the shade, or take an umbrella so you can get some shade. The sun is really cooking today and tomorrow. So just be careful out there. But guys, happy 4th of July to everybody here in the States. And yeah, don't blow off a finger. It's harder to CAD it up.
Yes.
Yeah, very true. Very good advice. And that great place to end our live stream. So thank you all so much for being a part of this. And we will look forward to seeing you Monday on Model Monday Live, or in the next CAD vs. CAD World Championship. Thank you, Connor.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.